What? Another cold open on another cold day. What the heck? Look at that. It's my face. Right live on camera. With a sign in the back that says happiness is an inside job. Happiness is an inside job. That means happiness is on the inside. It's a job that you would do on the inside of your body. Almost like it's like digesting food. It's like that's where the happiness should happen, on the inside, not the outside. If that makes sense. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hello. Welcome to February 1st. We are in February today. So I hope everyone got in their intern applications in last night, because they were all due yesterday. Or some of them are due. So yeah. Good morning from cold 49. Does that mean it's 49 degrees? Dude, I would love that. It's so cold here. It's literally like it's freezing. Dean, do you need coffee this morning? I'm okay. I have school this morning, so I was gonna run when I drive to school. I was gonna pick up some coffee for the beginning of my day. 40 right here. Honestly, 40 sounds really warm. I would love it to be 40. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Well, everyone, today we are hanging out again. My mom is still, she comes home today, so she will be here tomorrow. Waiting on 17 inches of snow in Illinois. Oh my, is there more snow coming? Oh God. We are my mom will be hopefully here tomorrow. I've been missing Dina. I know, me too. But she will be here tomorrow to spice up your mornings. But for now, you're stuck with me and this old lady. So yeah. What are you making, Grandma? Are you making coffee?
I am making my coffee, yes.
Oh, well, what kind of coffee do you drink? Like
decaf. I have to drink decaf, Dean. I can't drink caffeinated. Yeah.
Oh, so you just drink it for the flavor.
I don't know why I drink it, actually. I'm not
I was gonna say.
I'm not a coffee lover, but I find that it's like your routine, like it's not my favorite thing. So I try to spice it up a little and change it up. Like a lot of mornings, I wouldn't drink anything. I drink water, but I don't, drink coffee or tea. I really like tea, but tea's binding. I don't know if you ever heard that. Might make you constipated. And when I drink tea,
I didn't know that.
So yes. And people say when they drink, it can. So, but coffee, you hear a lot of people that say in the morning I eat and I drink my cup of coffee, go right to the bathroom.
I was gonna say, it makes me poop. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought I'd try it. I don't know that it works like that on me, but at least it's not constipating.
Yeah.
So that's good. So I drink my coffee,
Okay.
But start my day. And when you get into that routine every day, it's just something you do. And I like hot stuff. I like hot stuff, nice and hot in my belly when it's cold like this.
Okay.
Don't you like hot chocolate when it's real cold outside? It makes you feel warm from the inside out. Like you said, happiness is an inside job.
As the inside.
Inside out. So
I wonder if is that what happiness feels like on the inside? That warm feeling. That warm feeling on the inside. That's what happiness feels like.
On the
Okay.
inside. Yes, it does. That's true. How did you know that? That's right,
I don't
Dean.
know. Well,
Excellent.
what's like your what's your order? Do you just I can't imagine you just drink like black coffee.
No. Grandpa did. It was funny. I'll put some milk in it, but now because I've been drinking oat milk, and I
Hmm.
find that the oat milk is real creamy.
Hmm.
It has a nice texture to it. Because I always use skim milk. So this one here, it's called Odie. I like this one. I also like Chobani, but
Oh, Oatly. Yeah.
Oatly, yes, yeah. I like this one. There's another one called Chobani. They have an oat milk, but I get the
Chobani.
plain. I don't get like sugar or vanilla or anything like that.
You
But
know, it's funny.
for
Oh, go ahead.
I was using almond milk, but
Mhm.
almond milk is real thin for some reason, and I still don't understand how they make milk out of oats. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know how you
It's
milk
not like
a nut.
Yeah, well, nuts I understand. There's a lot of like oils and moisture, but oats, like where the heck is it? It's not like it's a cow. I mean, where are they getting milk out of the oat?
I don't know.
But I like it. I do like it. And actually, yesterday after we hung up, I had 3 box mixes, 2 brownies, and 1 vanilla cake mix. And they're, the Best By date. I'm real fussy about that. I gotta
Right.
use it before the Best By date. Best
Oh,
By
so
date.
did you go on like a bacon rant yesterday? You were just like, I gotta make all this?
I
Oh
gotta-
my gosh.
So I had 2 brownie mixes and 1 vanilla cake, and they both said Best By February 2nd. Today is February 1st.
Oh
So
my gosh.
yesterday I went on a bacon spree. So the brownies I made, I'll show you.
Well, I hope you bring some of those over to the Blizzard house.
Yeah.
Oh, look, they're right in the freezer. Didn't
They're
even
all
make
the
it
freezer.
right in the freezer. Yeah, bacon. Who's eating all of this?
That's what I'm saying, D. Michael.
Oh my God.
What the heck am I going to do with all this food?
We should have a dirty sugar baking sale. Bake sale.
So this bag, you know how I love
Grandma.
Valentine's Day. I know.
That's just a bag of frozen chocolate at this point.
So when you guys come over, or if I take a ride over, I'll bring stuff. So hold on a minute, let me show you.
Grandma, it looks like you left it outside in the snow and it froze over.
So I love Valentine's Day. You know how I love Valentine's Day? When you kids were little, we'd always have that Valentine's Day party, or we'd have St. Patty's Day party. Any excuse for a party,
Yeah.
So I always bought these pans. So this is a little pan, and this is made by
my God.
Wilton.
Yeah. So
And
are there a whole bunch of heart-shaped brownies in that bag?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Look, individually wrapped.
They're individually wrapped. Grandma, you gotta have like a bake sale or something.
I do. That's true. I should go to the school like at lunchtime and say, "Who wants a brownie?"
Yeah.
So when I put them in there, what I do is on the very top, after I put the batter in, I sprinkle on some of the mini chocolate chips. Doesn't it look pretty? It's good, Dean. It's good.
I want you to throw that thing across the room. It's probably hard as a rock.
It is. I could kill somebody.
I was gonna say you could probably hurt someone with that. People are like, yeah.
So there's 12 of these. Now these were a pain in the neck. I'll tell you why. I only got 1 pan, and you can only make 4. I had to do it 3 times.
Oh my God.
So it takes long. It takes like 18 minutes or whatever, 20 minutes to bake it, and then you gotta wash the pan out, put 4 more in, put it back in the oven, wash it out 1 more time.
I wonder the emotional trauma that brownie goes through after being like stuck in an oven all day and then instantly put in a freezer. Like it went from the hottest point in its life to the coldest point in its life.
Well, I let it cool off. You do have to let it cool off.
Well,
but then
true.
What I do is I put them on a cookie sheet and I freeze them so they freeze individually, and then I put it in the bag. So that's number 1. Number 2 was the other one. I couldn't make 12 more brownies. It took too long. So I just did the regular ones, and for the second box of brownies, and then I cut them up real small.
Right.
You know how I do, because if I just want a little piece of chocolate, I could take it out. Or like I said, I'll pack some up for maybe some people that might stop by to visit, meet outside in the driveway.
I was gonna say we'll have to do like a social distance Valentine's Day. It's coming up.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So then I had a regular cake mix. So now I got 2 of these pans. This is a regular cake pan.
Oh my god.
Like your 8 or 9-inch pan. And these are the heart shapes. And I've had these for years, Lee, because I like the holiday so much that I use them mainly around, Valentine's Day. So then I had a regular vanilla cake mix. Remember the last time? So I like to kind of maybe, what's the word for it? Like spice the cake mix up a little bit, change it up. So it's just a plain vanilla. So I thought, what can I do with this box? So I got the cake and I decided that I was going to add, remember when I added cherries that time to the vanilla cake mix?
I think so. Yeah.
My mom would, of course, they didn't have box cakes. They made everything from scratch. But her and her sisters, it was like a competition. There were 7 sisters, 7 girls, and they all loved to bake. So back in the day, they didn't have a lot of box mixes or it was too expensive. So you cooked everything from scratch. So they'd all have this recipe for a cake, a yellow cake, they call it, but they'd want to make it different. So who would put it in a 2 pan and put cinnamon and nuts in the middle, or who would put cherries in their cake, or who would put walnuts, and they make it different. So my Aunt Nancy would put the cherries. So that's what I did with this.
Oh my gosh.
I decided to add, so I froze it, but you can see the back of it. There's cherries and chocolate chips in there.
Oh my god.
So then I mixed the batter up. I added a 1/4 cup of mini chocolate chips.
Wait, what's that masking tape say? What does it say on your masking tape?
It says heart cake. Oops, this way.
Oh.
Heart cake. I baked it yesterday with mini chocolate chips and chopped cherries.
Cherriest mini chocolate chips.
Oh, cherries. Oh, that wasn't right. It's supposed to be cherries. Oh, no. You know what it looks like cherries? Because it's and. It's the plus sign. It's cherries.
Oh, cherries and. Oh, cherriest. Okay.
Because I was going to say, did I put cherriest?
I was going to say, do you remember the time that we were in your basement and we were cleaning up your basement and you were like, Dean, here's a box of silverware. I need you to.
Silverware.
Yeah. But it was the way you said it. The way you said it
silverware.
made me think. She said like silverware.
Silverware.
You said it weird, and it was a box of obviously like spoons and and forks. But the way she said it, I heard silverware, like a civilian, like clothes. I was like, this is weird. I was like, why would? So I spelled civilware like CIVIAL.
Civil. No, IL.
Civilware.
Silverware. When you handed me the box back, I got so hysterical laughing. I'm thinking, what is silverware? Grandma,
I was just as confused, Grandma. I was like, maybe this is some like weird clothing that Grandpa wears when he gets out of the army. I was like, I don't know, silverware, like
silverware.
Yeah.
That was funny, Dee. That box is still in the basement.
Does it still say silverware?
It still says silverware. Oh yeah, I'm not changing that.
Gosh.
Oh no. That was like my good. So years ago, when we had our other house, I had special, what do I want to call it, silverware, like for special dinners. And it was a set that Grandpa brought back from, he was in Vietnam, but I think they stopped in Japan and he bought the silverware, but he got two service for 8. So his service for 16. Look, I don't need service for 16, even with just the 2 of us. So I packed it away. And that's what's in that box downstairs.
People are saying you are single-handedly funding all of the masking tape companies.
I am. I love it.
They love you. But like every time you walk in, they're like, "No, Lady Di's back. Lady Di's back. Put all the good stuff at the front."
When we did our bus trip to the dumb bus trip, to the furniture
Right.
store, some of the ladies on the bus trip had given me these little gift bags, and inside was masking tape and a marker, and I'm using it all. I'm using it all, ladies. Thank you. It's all gone to good use.
Yeah,
But see,
I know
Michael,
it
so I
is.
got all this food in my freezer, and you know why I freeze it? Because if I don't, I'll eat it all. I'll eat it all, but I don't want it to go to waste. I don't like to waste food, so it's in the freezer. And if I go somewhere, I can bring goodies. Valentine's in 2 weeks. I got to see what day is Valentine's Day fall on. What's today? Today's the 1st.
Today is the 1st, and the 14th, it looks like, is on a Monday.
On a Monday. All right, Monday.
Yeah,
I just changed my calendar over. So last month, the picture on the calendar was me and Ruby.
Oh, we can check.
Ruby Dooby.
Oh yeah.
I just changed. Yeah.
Let's
So
see.
look at the calendar. See what February is.
Oh, okay. So this was the thing for January. It's Ruby and Grandma. Look at those gorgeous B words.
Yeah.
And then look at this. I love this picture. It's
I know.
Lulu and Jacqueline. Sometimes you just need a nap. That's a good one.
It is a good one. Good way to start out February. Cuddles and sleeping, and that was hysterical.
Oh, so, National Pizza Day is on the 8th. I gotta celebrate.
Oh, what days that fall on, Dean? Then on a Monday as well?
That's next Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday. Oh, Tipsy Tuesday. You got to tell your mom.
I know. I see. Me and my friends love pizza. So we have to get ready to celebrate. Oh, Brooke's here this morning, joining us.
School? Is she have school today? She probably
So
does.
Brooke is in the middle of midterms, so she did. I think like sometimes you can do, if you do your midterms like in class, you don't have to show up on the day that like they have assigned for the midterm. So Brooke today has off. So she had off today and yesterday.
That's nice today. Wow,
so
that was good. That's good. Day off. Yeah, that's great.
But everyone's asking for the word of the day. So today's word of the day, I looked up the word yesterday. Oh, I can talk about something else too. Is garble. Do you know what garble means?
Garble, Grandma? To mix up. Garble, to mix up. To ouch.
Yes, it means to alter or distort, as to create a wrong impression or change the meaning. So, for example, the text on the television was garbled, but viewers could still decipher what was being said. So it's like when like you have like marbles in your mouth and like, you know,
yeah, you can't
like rah, 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 and you can like kind of make out what they're saying. Yeah. So I think this is a good topic. So me and my friends are thinking about moving out.
All right, Dean, go for it.
I know we're starting the plans. So my best friends, Ryan and Eric, who I've known since high school. They're like they're two of my closest friends. We finally were like, you know, my friend Ryan and I are about to graduate, and my friend Eric, he works in construction, and he is in like carpentry. So he's already been like working for a little bit, and he's been like ready for the past like couple of years. He's like, guys, I'm ready to move out whenever you are. And so we're really waiting for like me and Ryan to graduate and
like get a job to have some income when you
exactly. And it hasn't hit me yet, but like, come May, I will be done education. Like I will be a fully educated individual. And I have to survive in the world, which it feels kind of scary. Oh my gosh, the other day, Grandma, I got all of these like tax forms in the mail the other day, and I literally freaked out. I was like, oh my gosh, I think I committed tax fraud. And I was like, no, you're okay. So
I get like a Ziploc bag, and I throw them all in there. I put tax papers.
I should do that
because they get all over the house. I got a whole bunch yesterday too, like end of the year statements. You'll get these W-4 or W-2s, whatever
Yeah.
it is. You
I
get all
haven't
these things
I haven't and so okay, here's the other thing. I haven't really like talked to my mom about it yet because she hasn't been
about
home
about moving.
about moving out. And
Yeah, but you're not going to do it right away.
yeah, no, not right away. But
Right.
like I don't know. When I so I was talking to my friends and everything. I was talking to my friends about this, and then it was like a couple nights ago. I was thinking, I was like, oh my gosh, if I leave, and then
Yeah.
in the like let's say come the fall, right? I was like,
Right.
that means Brooke will be at school, so she'll leave. So
Right.
literally, my mom will be left here by herself,
Oh,
and
because
like
Jacqueline's you'll all be away.
I know we'll all be away, and that's never happened. And I was like, it made me really sad. I was
It's
like,
well, that's when they talk about what's that called? Empty nest
an empty
syndrome.
nester.
Right.
Or
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
was like,
I'll,
just the idea.
let me say something.
Right.
It's good and it's bad.
That's what I was thinking.
Right.
Yeah.
Parents raise their children, and you'll hear these stories. They raise their children, and then when they go off to college, and they're sad.
Right.
But as soon as the door shuts and the kid leaves, they go upstairs and they transform that bedroom into like a yoga room or to a, their office or their craft room. So it then allows you to have time for something you want to do.
Yeah.
So maybe your mom won't be so upset. But yeah, certainly let her know, because then on the other flip side, then all of a sudden you are by yourself.
No, and that's what I was thinking. I was like, she'll probably have
She'll
a
be
really.
happy
I was gonna say she'll probably be like really happy, right? Because she'll be like,
for you. Right.
oh, yeah, well, for me, like for all of us getting out of the house, and she'll probably be happy that she's like, wow, I got no kids. But I also think like, I don't know, like it's just, I just feel so bad.
Yeah, but
Brooke
like I
said,
said,
Brooke
they'll
said,
be back.
Yeah.
Like your sisters will come home on the weekend. You'll come home to visit. You'll come home for dinner. I mean, it's not like you're going to leave the house and never see each other again.
I don't think she's gonna let me leave. I think I'll
No.
try to make plans. I'll be like, yeah, so Ryan and I were thinking about doing this, and she's like, oh, well, you can't, because the taxes, because of the taxes, you can't. She'll like make up some reason why I can't leave.
No, Dean, you need to do that. Although I was married when I was 21, and I just turned 20. Yeah, so I just turned 20.
I didn't know that you were that young when you got married.
Yeah. So I turned 21 in April 28th. I was 20, April 28th. I turned 21. So 2 weeks later, May 12th, I got married. So in actuality, I just turned 21. And so I lived with my family up until that time.
Right.
I never went out on my own. I didn't go to college, so I never lived away from the house. So it was very different. Many kids today do go to college, go away from home, live on their own, get apartments before they get married. In my day,
someone says they were 20. I was engaged. So was that like a common thing?
Yes.
At your age was to get married around that time? Because right now I feel like most people. My grandparents got married at 17. Oh my gosh.
Grandma Corbin. Yeah, she did that too. Grandpa's mom. 17.
At 17? Oh my gosh. See, like I was telling one of my friends yesterday, I was like, I feel like, right now, I feel like most kids, or at least I see most people get married in like their late 20s, like late 20s, early 30s. That's usually when they get married. But there are some people that I know that like are married now and like at my age, and it just feels crazy because there are people my age that are married, like out living on their own, and like there are days that like my mom yells at me to make my bed, and it feels so It feels so strange because I'm like, Mom, I should be married. You know, like this part of me that's like, that, you know, there are people out there who are married, and like it feels crazy. I got married at 19, 17. To all of these people, 21. That's crazy. That's crazy. I guess I didn't realize.
Someone by the name of One Funny Mother, Dina Blizzard, writes, I heard Dina wants to move out too. Maybe she'll come with you.
Is she watching?
Sign, don't know her.
Oh my gosh. Mom, you're not allowed to be listening to this.
She wants to move out too. You know what? Let her move. You guys stay there.
Yeah, I'll just stay here.
Easier.
I'll stay here. She can move out.
That's right. Yeah. Let her go get the apartment.
Yeah,
I like that idea. Right.
You know,
that's a good idea.
We got a nice couch coming on Thursday. So you know what? We'll stay here. We'll stay here. She can move out. I'll invite my friends here. And then we'll have a good time.
Right. Oh, that's funny, Dean. See, you know what I did? I put my phone on so I could read. I got smart so I could read some of the comments because I can't see them when I'm doing the show. So I got to see that. But a lot of people are saying they got married at 20. One girl said she had 21. She had 3 kids. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
When we leaving?
I didn't realize she was
But
watching.
like I said, Dean Michael, it's an adventure. It's an adventure. You you step out into new ground. I think that it's good for you to be out on your own. It's a learning because now I was talking to Jacqueline or Brooke yesterday, and I was sitting at the dining room table and I was writing stuff. She's, Grandma, what are you doing? I said, oh, I'm paying some of my bills. My taxes are due February 1st. I said, my taxes and my sewer for the town where I live. I said, you feel like you got a lot of money until you write the check out for $1,659 for a quarter for my taxes. My taxes are like $6,600 in this little house in New Jersey. Taxes are outrageous here. And she's going, what? I said, yeah, Brooke, I can think a lot of stuff. I can make a lot of brownies with $1,600.
Yeah, that's a lot of brownies that you could freeze and you could hold them for years.
But you got to pay. But that's what I'm saying. Now you go out on your own. You got to pay your rent. You got to pay your gas, your electric. You got to pay Comcast for internet, at least. If you don't want, TV, at least have to have the internet, your phone, your car insurance. You need health insurance. Hopefully with a job, you'll have that. So when you go out, that's a real learning curve, bud.
I know.
Did you ever hear that saying, be careful what you wish for?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because when you get it, you think, oh my gosh, why did I ever think this was a good idea?
I know. So like that's part. I feel like that there's that part. And I think having roommates will help, because then everything is split in 3.
Yes. Right. Definitely.
So
definitely. Yeah.
That makes me feel a little more comfortable. Just stay home, Dean. Yeah, just stay home forever. But yeah, no, I was like, I'm definitely gonna have to have a strong internet connection so that I can still, like tune in and go live or something.
Right. Yeah, somebody said about auto pay. So I do have all my bills set up through my bank, where once a month, because I'm on a budget for gas and electric and Comcast, what that amount is, and your cell phone, they're kind of set amounts each month. So I have that set up through TD Bank that each month I say, pay this, 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 and this. But my taxes, I pay quarterly myself. And my credit card, I pay myself. But even like my car insurance, health insurance, with all those things, they're all on that auto pay. So so when you see, your money goes into the bank and you say, oh, look at all the money. And then the day that it goes out, he's like, oh, I only have this much.
Grandma, I know that feeling so well. I had to pay my tuition for this semester the other day.
Okay.
And watching all of the money leave my bank account was I felt so useless. I was like, oh, well.
Let me ask you a question. So when you're paying your tuition, do you pay it quarterly or monthly? You pay it like semester.
What do you mean?
Semester.
Oh
You
yeah,
pay it
by
for the
semester. Yeah, yeah. So
So what?
it's usually like in September I pay a certain amount, and then January I have to pay because like that's when
Correct.
the semester starts. Yeah.
So what I would do, I got smart. So, there's certain things you kind of work the system. Your credit card, the one that I have, some people get miles, on their credit card, you charge something.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
pay
You
it
told
off.
me
I
this.
pay it off every month, Dean Michael. I pay it off in full.
Right.
But my credit card, I get cash back. So when your sisters, when they were your sisters, your aunts, when the girls were all in college, I had 3 in college at the same time. That was the national debt, let me tell you. Anyway, I would charge their tuition each semester. I had the money in the bank.
Right.
But in January, like you said, I would put it on my credit card, and then I'd pay it off at the end of the month. And the same thing in September. And so cash back, you get like 1%. I mean, but if you're charging a big amount of money and then your regular yearly amount, you get some money back at the end of the year. So think about that. If you have a little credit card, I don't know what your limit is. Sometimes your limit is low. But as your limit grows, you have the money.
Yeah.
You put it on your credit card and you pay it off, and you might earn back $50. I mean, who knows? $10. Even if it's $10.
I do need to start building my credit because, like, I don't know what my credit score is, but I remember for one of my classes I had to set up for like Credit Karma.
Right. Right.
And every time I've paid my student loans, I get an email from Credit Karma that says like your credit score just changed, and I was like, uh-oh, like what does that mean?
Right. So on my credit card, it actually gives. I have a Discover card and I have a Visa, but on the Discover one, it tells you what your credit score is each month, and so like
it does.
eight something, and it tells you. So 800 is really high. It tells you each like up 300, 400. Like it's good, it's better, it's excellent, and which I didn't realize, a lot of companies, I shouldn't say company, well, like insurance companies, they'll rate you for the premium of your car insurance by your credit rating. Now think about that. So if you have a real low credit score, they may feel, well, this person isn't, up to snuff, isn't, got her stuff together. But if your credit score is real high, oh, she's very responsible. She's most likely.
Don't insurance companies, they take everything, right? They take your GPA. I've heard that. Sometimes they'll take like any information they can get on your intelligence level.
Yeah. And I never heard of that before, but I heard that they do that. So think about that. So your credit score, it's kind of like your person. You know how people say your character, who you are is the most important thing. And so when you think about it, that now is carrying through in all aspects of our lives. But yeah, it's true. But you're good, Dean. You're going to do great. I'm so excited. I'm sure your mother is too, just by.
I know. Yeah, just by all the messages. Yeah, so I downloaded Zillow. So I've been browsing the Zillow, looking at properties, and kind of just doing that thing. Because like I've never been like, oh, let me actually buy a property before.
Right.
But now looking at places, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I could see myself setting up, stuff here, and it's like it's so fun. Like now I get why people are so addicted to just like looking at other houses, because I every time I look at a house, I'm like, oh my gosh, I could put this here and this here. I could like I didn't get it, but now I get it. Like,
well, you got that from your mom because she always enjoyed that stuff, and I think you get that from her. But it's exciting, Dean. It's nice.
It is, and it like I don't know if I could like look at a house. Like it's such a big purchase that like I don't know if I could look at a house, go and visit one, and be like, all right, this is it. Like I don't know if I could commit because like it would just be so.
Well, when you're ready.
I can feel the money leaving my pocket, and that's why I don't think I could ever commit.
That's the hard part. It is. It's
Yeah.
scary. I remember the first house that Grandpa and I bought. It was a fixer-upper, but my dad was real handy. Grandpa was not, but my father was. And so, we bought this fixer-upper in town, and we had to put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it, but it was a cute little house, had good bones. When you hear about good bones. And so we bought this little house and we fixed it up, and it was great. And so that's the way you look at it, Dean. But
people are saying you're gonna need a wall wine rack.
Oh yeah, that's definitely. True. I got one here, Dean. When you
I'll need my wall wine rack, and I'll put all my wine there.
Right. So are you thinking of buying something, or just you guys are just going to rent for now? You're not buying anything. No.
So here's what happened. So my plan, obviously I would have to spend some time saving up, but my plan was I had heard about, like where is, if you can buy a property and then you have, people come in and live with you as roommates, and then they pay you.
Help pay the rent, right?
Help pay the rent, right? But at the end of it, I would own the property, right?
Correct.
So I had heard about this, and I was like, and that was my plan, right? And so one of my friends one day though was like, so I don't know, like I don't
started to figure it out.
Yeah, he already started. He was already one step ahead of me, and he was like, so like I don't know about you guys, but I was thinking about buying a place, and then you guys could just pay me rent. And I was like, oh, I was thinking about exploiting you first. I was like, why are you doing that now? And then my other friend was like, well, if you guys are exploiting me, I want to exploit you too. So now we're stuck. We all figured out. Yeah, we all figured out each other's plans. So now we're like, well, now what? So my dad came up with this idea where he was like, you could buy a place and then turn it, like if all three of us pitched in and we bought a place, we could turn it into like a duplex, and then we could rent out one half of the place, and then we could live in the other half.
I was just going to say you should probably look into a duplex. So you can't just turn a house into a duplex. Right. It has to be zoned, and you need two separate sewer systems and two separate water, and there's a whole thing. But some houses are built to be a duplex, and so there's an upstairs and a downstairs, and they all have their separate utilities, etc. And you could do that. That's a lot of people do that for income. But
then other people are saying like you could just like all co-own the place, and we'd split. After we leave, we could either rent it out, and then we triple split the profit. So it's
I know. See, that's kind of hard.
Then it gets confusing.
When you get involved with other people, right? That's a slippery slope sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Because now, what if one wants to sell? One wants to sell because he's going to move to Colorado and never come back to Jersey again, and he wants his money, and so I can get a little
I was like, dang it, why are my friends so smart? I was like, they also figured out this thing. Like it sounds really good on paper, right? And I've seen like I've watched videos, online that are like, here's how to make, here's how to, like live rent free, right? Because then you could just pay, have the other half of the house pay off your rent, whatever. But what they don't tell you is that every other person in the world has seen this video, and that it won't actually work because your friends want to also exploit you for your money. So I was like, oh God, I was like, this is so hard.
I do like the duplex idea, Dean. And the only thing, if you're going to invest in something, I would do it as a sole proprietor, because that way you have control over it. And if you buy something, but you could even just buy an apartment and go live there now. And let's say you got a job out in California or, New York City later on in production, or, theater, to help with different things behind the camera, in front of the camera. You could then rent that out, but you'll figure it out, Dean. But it's exciting. It's exciting to go out on your own and all these things.
I know. It makes me like happy thinking, oh, like all my friends will be in one place, and like anytime, like anytime, anytime on the weekend we can just like play some board games and like hang out and like because
Well, let me ask you.
we'll always be close to each other.
Right. So now there's pros and cons. Sometimes
Yes.
when you're around people a lot, friends or relatives even, because even with your relatives, you're around them a lot and you think, oh my God, I can't wait till she leaves, or oh my God, she yakety yaks, or she does this or she does that. So, it's a double-edged sword. So when you're with those guys 24/7,
No, I did say that. I was
good.
like, I wonder what it's gonna be like to like live with you guys. Because like I've only my entire life have only lived with three girls in the house.
Right.
And I've been, and my dad, and then the dog. Like I have always been in, like I don't have brothers. I don't have like I don't, and so I don't think I'm ready for how dirty other like dudes are.
Well, and you have to remember, think about the dynamics in your own family. Exactly. So, you guys live there and they're your brothers. They're your sisters and your mom and your dad. And think about what can happen in that environment: confrontation, getting angry. You didn't do this. Why didn't you do that? So now if you're living with them and that happens, like, where are they going to go? Where are you going? You all live there,
Right.
So,
yeah.
But
I'll be like, you guys don't clean your sheets? Where's your Roomba? You don't have a Roomba?
Right. I think you should open that window in your bedroom. There's a smell emanating from your room.
I know, yeah. I'm already expecting the bathroom to just be like,
oh, cruddy, and the dishes in the sink, Dean.
I know.
They could pile up pretty high real quick.
It'll be interesting.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta.
I'm excited for like dinners though, because like we can all make each other dinner, and I can make some spaghetti.
Wait. Do they like to cook?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you remember the old?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, do you remember the old TV show Oscar and Felix, The Odd Couple? The Odd Couple? Oh, dude, Michael, you got to look that up. Watch a couple of those. So The Odd Couple, Felix was recently divorced, and Oscar was divorced. Oscar was already, I think, living alone on his own. Oscar was a slob. Clothes all over, nothing was straightened up, dishes in the sink. Felix was a perfectionist. So Felix, he gets divorced, and Oscar says, well, you could come here, I guess, for a little bit. Well, when Felix walks into that apartment, like he thought he was going to have a heart attack. And so the story's so funny, revolves about their relationship. It's a comedy on a daily basis. They would leave each other notes. Felix leaves Oscar a note. So, something about being him so dirty, but he writes this note, and at the bottom he puts F you. Now Oscar gets the note, and he's reading the note, and he's all upset. He says, and do you know, it took me 20 minutes to figure out that F you was Felix Unger? That was his name, Felix Unger.
Oh my God. That's pretty good.
That was a good skit. You wrote me that nasty note about cleaning up my room, and you signed it F you, and it took me 20 minutes to figure out it was Felix Unger. Good show. You got to watch
Well, that's the other thing. That's the other thing too, is like I'm excited because I was like I want to just film everything. Like I'm gonna film everything and then like have all these fun moments, because there's always gonna be these
moments. I don't know what you're thinking, Dean Michael. You got.
Yeah, they're gonna be fun.
Yeah, but do they want them taped? Think about this. Did you tell them, hey guys, when you come live here, I'm going to be taping you?
That's true. They might be like, all right, weirdo. No, but they know. They know what major I'm in. And we laughed and we laughed.
And we laughed. But Felix, well, again, it's called The Odd Couple. So you got to look it up, because each one of those shows are really good.
Yeah.
And it all revolved around the one being a perfectionist and neat and clean, and the other one not. So It was good. But look, Dean, they're all life experiences. They're all good. They're all learning.
Yeah. No, I'm excited.
Maybe
It'll be good.
maybe just one roommate. But then if you got a couple friends, how do you choose?
Yeah.
Because
I mean, right now it's just these two that.
So then you'd have to have a place that has 3 bedrooms.
Yeah.
So now you're talking a house as opposed to an apartment, because usually they're 1 or 2 bedrooms. It's very hard to find a 3-bedroom apartment. So, and then, I
was gonna say maybe we could do a 2-bedroom and like two of us split. And whoever gets the big room has to pay us because that's the other thing too, is like I was looking at places and I was like, how would we split this evenly if there's like a master bedroom and then there's 2 like smaller bedrooms, and it's like who's paying for which?
Right.
Which
now,
room,
I would say in that, right, you probably have to have like your name's in a hat or something, and master bedroom, bedroom 1, bedroom 2, whatever. I mean, how else are you going to do that? But and then you all have to agree who's going to be taking out the trash, who's going to be cleaning the kitchen, who's going to be cleaning the bathroom.
I know. I was gonna say like we're gonna have some chore charts.
Yeah. Let's see how that goes. You know how your mom and you with chore charts.
I know.
I can just see you. Now listen, you didn't clean the bathroom last Sunday, and that was your job. And what about the trash and the recycles and?
But I feel like I'm pretty easygoing, I'm pretty easygoing. I feel like, I don't know.
Yeah, but just think of the weekend when you had to watch Brooke, and you said, she's not helping me around here at all. I have to do everything. And that was just a weekend.
I know, that was just a weekend, yeah. But
how much, somebody said, how much do you think a 3-bedroom house would go for to rent or to buy? Have you been looking?
I've been looking, and it looks like I've been looking at houses, and that are 3-bedroom, and I was thinking that our budget, like if we were gonna split between the 3 of us, I set our budget between like 200 and like 300,000. Because if it's going to be split between the 3 of us, then that would mean each of us is responsible, we'd all take on $100,000, which just sounds so crazy. I don't know. Like I said, we might end up just renting. I don't know. I was
just going to say that I would rent. Here's a couple reasons why I would rent. Number 1, you got to see how it works out. And if it doesn't, you're stuck there for a year. And then because usually it's a contract that you have to sign and you have to stay there for a year. And then you can move on. If you find out that it's working, then you could move forward and say, all right, well, this is working out pretty good. But yet I wouldn't buy right now. I would definitely rent. But even rents, Dean Michael, if you look at that, I bet you a 3-bedroom, the rent's about $2,500. What do you think? For a house?
Maybe, yeah. And then you have to split that three ways.
Exactly. So let's say
that's what I'm saying. More roommates. Honestly, I'll take as many roommates as I can get.
Well, divide by 3. So if let's say it's let's do 18, because 3 will go into 18.
It's about 600 a month.
Right, 600 each. That's just for your rent.
And that's just the house. Oh my god.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, D. Michael.
I gotta feed myself and
gas. You still need gas, electric, your Comcast, your cell phone, your car insurance, your car payment.
Okay, all right. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down.
Getting a little nervous, huh, Dean?
I know. Yeah. Where is, what's so tricky? I don't understand why schools and like colleges, they set you up with this meal plan where you pay one price and they give, you get food, you get fed for like an entire semester. And you can go to this place whenever for free. And then you get put into the real world and there's no place like that. Like, there's no place
Like, why would they do that? Like, there's no place where you can you pay like one price for for a couple months, and then you could just go and eat. It's just more efficient. Like, I don't want to have to think about like spending money every single day. I would much rather just pay one price.
That's funny. That's a good.
And I'm surprised.
Like,
I'm surprised that schools
corporations.
corporations haven't come up with that model yet, where it's like I could go to Chipotle and I could pay this amount of money,
for the year,
for half a year or anything.
Right, 6
months. And then I could just
show
up. I show up and I swipe a card, and they're like, "Oh, you're part of the Chipotle program. Go ahead, get a free burrito and a drink." And I would do that. I would much rather have that than
Yeah, but I guess when you think about it, you're not going to want to eat a burrito every day, so that may not be cost effective.
Yeah. That's true.
But that's an interesting scenario.
It would have to be a place that offers like multiple,
Right.
It's almost like a subscription. It's like a Netflix subscription, but like to food places.
Right, exactly. Like remember the old country buffet when you'd go there and they'd have all these food selections and you could pay one price and you get to pick whatever you want.
And then you get to pick whatever you want. Yeah. But this would be like, oh, hey, I pay a certain amount a month. And then I can get, Chick-fil-A one day or Chipotle, and I don't have to oh God, I gotta pay, but it's all planned out for me, and I don't have to think about anything.
Wow, it's gonna be a good adventure. Look, Dean, I don't think young people are in school, like you said. Really, there should be a class that prepares you, because, like you said, now that you really start to think about it, like. Oh my gosh, I got to pay this and I got to pay that. And I only make so much money. And by the time it's done, I'll never forget when Grandpa and I were first married. He didn't make a lot of money. I stayed home. I had 3 kids. And he'd get his paycheck. And I was very diligent. I paid all the bills. That was my priority. And at the end, that week when he got paid, he'd say, "There's no money left." I said, "Well, I had to pay the gas and the electric, and I had to go food shopping." Because he'd say, "What are you doing?" I would hate that. What'd you do with all the? What'd you do with all the money? I said, "Look, I'm not sitting around eating bonbons, So it's hard. It's hard. Yeah.
I know.
So start out small.
That's the other thing. I think that's one of my biggest fears about getting married is because when you get married, you share your money, right? Like you share a lot.
Well, it's interesting that you say that, because when we first got married, everything went in one pot. Grandpa brought home the paycheck. I stayed at home and we paid all the bills. As I got older and I started working, the kids were in school and I got my own money. I remember we wanted to buy another car. And so I said to Grandpa, "I want the car in my name. I want credit. I don't have any credit." So he said, "All right, I don't care." All the cars were always in his name. Everything was in his name. So I went to buy the car and I paid all the bills. He didn't do any of the bill paying. And I said, "The guy went in my name." He said, "Okay, fine." Did all the paperwork. He comes back and he said, "You don't have any credit." I said, "Yeah, I know, but I take care of all the bills. I pay everything." I said, "But that's why I want to do this in my name." He said, "Well, you'll need a cosigner." I said, "Excuse me?" He said, "Well, you don't have any credit, so you got to have somebody sign for you." I was furious. I was about 40 years old, 45, something like that. I said, "I got to have him sign for me. I've been paying the bills." Grandpa had a cosign. And as a cosigner, it's your responsibility. If I didn't pay, he would pay. When I paid that off, I paid it off early. I start getting credit cards like crazy because I had established credit. So from that point on, Dean Michael, I made sure I had my own credit card in my name and a checking account in my name. So when you get married, it's still a good idea that she keeps a credit card, she keeps her own bank account, you keep a credit card and your own bank account, and you have a joint. I'm a firm believer in that. This way, both of you have credit. If anything should happen to you, God forbid, and you're married, she has established credit. She's able to go on. If and vice versa, you know.
Right.
So when you get married, you have a joint account, but you still maintain your account. She still maintains hers, and you both have your own credit cards and a joint credit card. Yeah, you gotta do that. You gotta make sure that you have your own as well. And then grandpop. So every month as we got older and the kids were born, I would, we get our check in the mail now, like Social Security and pension, whatever. And we would both get money put into our accounts. So let's say, you know, $1,000 went into the big pot. He got 200, I got 200, and the rest was for bills. And he got to spend his money however he wanted. And I got to spend my money however I wanted. So, you know, he was into those cameras. He would buy all these fancy cameras. And I was getting mad. But once he got his own money, couldn't say nothing. That was his. You could do whatever you want. So, yeah, so divide it up, equal, and you'll be good. But
yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm scared, and I'm like, I really like all those feelings. But yeah, I'm excited because I imagine we'll probably bring this up tomorrow with my mom here, and she'll have some funny input.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what her side of it is, right?
Yeah. She'll probably gonna start the show tomorrow. Be like, I'm moving out. Dean said yesterday we're moving out. I don't know where we're going, but
either that or maybe
we're gonna have some chore charts.
Oh, I know, D. Michael. She'll add an apartment on. She'll say, D. Michael, you can rent the apartment upstairs.
Yeah. No. She'll probably move next door.
Next door. Right. Yeah. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's say she.
No, Grandma, don't even entertain the idea, please.
Well, you know, look, you'll figure it out. She's probably now looking online to find you a place to go.
Yeah. Look, she's probably already like
lined up fine.
Yeah, she's already put in a tour. Like she's already I scheduled 4 tours already.
Right.
She's
tomorrow
already
afternoon. Right. Tomorrow afternoon, you guys are going to go look at places. Yeah. But no, it's great. It's exciting. But yeah, start little, just rent in the beginning, and then move on from there. Yeah. And that's great, Dean. You got a lot of stuff going on.
I know. I'm growing up, which is scary but exciting.
So this year you're going to be 23.
23, which Grandma, I still feel like an 18-year-old boy.
Yeah, so do I. I feel like an 18-year-old girl. I tell everybody that in my brain. I feel like I'm young. But my body, I can tell, is...
Like, it feels weird because, like I say, I'm 23. And I feel like a 23-year-old should have a certain level of maturity that I just feel like I don't
Michael?
Have. Oh, no. I don't know. I say I'm like people are like, oh, like even at 22, I'm like, yeah, I'm 22. And I'm like, no, like, because like, you know, like if I'm doing something like stupid and I'm 18, it's like, oh, well, he's 18. But if I do something stupid now, it's like, you are 22 years old and you're still playing Lego Star Wars. Like, come on, dude. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it comes. The 20s come with a certain level of maturity that I don't think I'm ready for. But
yeah, you are. And I think it's better. Kids are getting they're not a kid, but you know, young adults are getting married later. And the reason why I think that's good is because you've got more maturity behind you. And you know, I remember my cousin always saying, her mother would tell her that what you like when you're 17, 18. By the time you're 25 or 30, you don't like those things anymore. You've changed. You have evolved.
I know, and I don't want that. I don't want that, Grandma. I don't want that. I wanna still. And some people are saying in the chat, they were like, the stupid card still works past 22, Dean.
That's true.
They're saying I'm 63 and I'm a gamer. I love that.
Right.
My husband is 40 and still collects and plays with Transformers. That's what
exactly.
I want.
But that's
I want to be.
That is still yes.
I want to be
have
a
to have
child.
that. Right.
I want to have childlike wonder for the rest of my life.
And that's important. I agree with you 100%. You know. And
all right, I have to go get ready for school.
Oh, that's right. You're going to class today.
Yeah, I have class today. I'm on campus. I'm excited to go talk and see some people, which will be nice.
Real people. Okay. That's that human contacting, Michael, we were talking about yesterday. It's not virtual.
Yeah,
we're going to have human people. So exciting.
It is. But this was nice. I'm excited to see tomorrow how my mom reacts.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah,
she'll be back
home
tomorrow.
Till late. Yeah,
she'll be home late tonight. But
right.
So we should be on for tomorrow morning.
Right.
And then we'll get back to our usual scheduled program.
Usual programming. Yeah. Well, this was fun. It got me up and it got me dressed and started my day out. I enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Good,
Dean,
of course, everyone. Thanks, Grandma, for joining us.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'm not sure. I imagine Tipsy Tuesday will happen at some point.
Yeah,
I'm not sure, but we'll see.
Oh, tonight. Oh, I don't know if she's traveling or that's right.
She'll put out like a thing saying like
she will. Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and we'll see what fun conversations happen with my mom here tomorrow.
All right. Sounds
all right, everyone. Have a good day, and we'll see you later.
Bye.